Oh, that's great. Okay. Gee whiz. Allergies are crushing me.
Really? Yeah. Whenever the weather changes,
Yeah.
it'll happen.
I went from being stuffed up to draining, and I'm right in between now. I'm just riding that line. I mean, the good news is we can probably delete all the tests from the YouTube page, right?
Yeah, but those are Go for it. Yes, yes, you
At
can.
some point, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think I probably have already some. So I don't have. Yeah. I don't care if people see how the sausage looks.
All right, tell me a little bit. I mean, we got 10 minutes, or 5 minutes. Tell me about Athens.
It is like a little, like it is just the school is there.
Yeah. It's like 4 Franklin Streets in a row.
Not even. Like one Franklin Street in a row.
Well, when I was there, like,
I mean, they are set up sort of like that, but yeah, I mean, it's the same. Yeah, Franklin
it's just
Street's
like a
fine.
box.
So yeah, it is like that box on the head of the campus. Yes,
Yeah.
very much so. And it's up on the hill. That was the thing. So the hotel we stayed at is the highest, the tallest one in town. And
Oh,
had
that's
a
cool.
rooftop bar, and
Ooh.
we hung out. No, it was really gorgeous.
What was it called?
High Bar.
High Bar.
Yeah.
High Bar Hotel.
Oh, because it was Hyatt. It was Hyatt. And
Hyatt.
it was also the rooftop, so it was High Bar. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. No, it was fucking super chill. We just hung out and looked at the river and looked at some of the stuff in the town and ate French fries and pizza and watched a lot of reality TV.
What kind of reality TV?
Mostly Lower Decks. Lower Deck. I love that show. It's the one where they're on like a yacht. It's like the yacht crew.
Okay.
It's very good. If you're into that sort of thing.
I mean, that sounds fun.
It was. It's fun. We just ate some food. Stayed pretty trash.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have a different scenery for a little while.
Yeah, which is nice. Yeah, I mean, I'll go stay in that fucking hotel. Oh, there's continental breakfast, so that's always good.
Yeah, waffles and French toast.
Can't
And,
beat that. Yeah. Exactly. Eggs.
yeah.
I suspect the continental breakfast is nicer when they have home games, but
Eh.
because that's the thing, you can tell all that set up for like when they actually have like home games and stuff.
Oh yeah, I bet it
Like,
was
that
probably
place
a
is
good
nuts.
weekend to go. It was
Yeah,
probably a
exactly.
good time to go because they weren't.
I didn't even like. I should have thought of that on the front end, but yeah, no home games was chill. Like
Yeah, they played Florida and they just smashed. So
real good.
yeah, it was
Florida's maybe
not
as
even
good.
close.
I guess they played a close game against Alabama, and everybody's like, Florida's kind of good. When did Georgia and Alabama play?
They might not play at all.
Oh, because they're in opposite divisions.
Yeah,
They would have to
but
play
if Alabama wins that, they will in the championship, and that'll probably be here.
How could they miss if Texas A&M won out or something?
I think that's what happens, but I think Texas. No, I think they'd have to lose again. And if they lose to Auburn, that would be it. Auburn's playing somebody. I think Auburn's playing A&M this week, actually.
Are they even any good?
I don't know. That's the thing about college football is like you really don't know if these teams are actually good or not.
Well, there's that too.
Like we're all pretty confident that Alabama has been good for quite a while.
That's ready. That's ready. That's ready. I haven't heard from Zach, so we're gonna assume to know Zach unless Zach pops in. Zach pops in too.
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Auburn's 13th and they've got 2 losses. So if Texas A&M wins that game and then Auburn manages to beat Alabama, or anybody manages, like if anybody beats Alabama, which this week they're playing against, it's actually on
I
my
still
picks.
think Alabama. I still think they let in a two. I think if Cincinnati ends up losing, they could let in a 2-loss Alabama.
Yeah, but Cincinnati's not going to lose, though.
That's the thing. I think if Cincinnati goes undefeated, you can't. See, that's why it's so hard, though. Do you think Alabama beats Cincinnati on a neutral field? Me too. But can you let them in? Like, but you're supposed to. It's supposed to be the 4 best teams.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be 12.
Which is easier.
Yeah. It's going to be weird.
Well, and it's one of those things you can sometimes make the argument that, like, okay, anytime you just change the number, then the 13th team all of a sudden gets to bitch instead of right now.
Nah.
But in college football, once you get down to that team, that's just not the like the tiers. Like once you get down to the 12th team, it's just not the same tiers.
Well, and I like the 12 number because then you put 8 players. You have the 8 teams in the first round, and you let the top 4 have a bye.
Because for some reason they're concerned about these players playing too many games.
No, it's going to have to change the way that the schedule works anyway.
Yeah.
And I think it'll eliminate most bowl games.
It's not a bowl game.
Exactly.
I don't even know. Like these bowl games are so meaningless at this point.
It's all about selling tickets and
yeah.
Like
and
we all realize that
TV dollar show.
Yeah,
it's all TV dollars.
People are just trying to milk football as long as they can.
I mean, as well they should. I'm not saying that like I don't fault people for that per se, but it's just.
But it's true. It's a dying. In 20 years, it's not going to be what it used to be. It's not going to be like it is today.
Well, certainly not college ball because it's going to be there's going to be such a striation between what's going on in the SEC and everywhere else. Because the SEC is going to essentially be, the minor league. It's going to be minor league.
There's going to be in 5 years. There's just going to be like 5 conferences.
Which I'm honestly surprised it didn't go to that already.
No, they're already like
the NCAA is already a tit. Like it's completely useless.
And football is so different. Like basketball is a whole different story.
There's no reason for there's no reason for it. It doesn't make any.
Well, teams that make it into the NCAA basketball tournament versus teams that are not, like Wofford and UNCG can make it into the NCAA basketball tournament, but if they had a football team that was going to make it, Wofford did win national championships in college football, but they were not Division 1A. Does that make sense? And that division's always had a playoff system. Today's the 4th. It's Thursday.
I don't know when I'm going on this 4-day schedule, but I'm not necessarily rushing it per se.
Marlon Mack is not playing.
That's actually important info.
That is important info. I mean, he was projected.
I'm not
he was projected to get a whopping 2.5 points. So.
I'm not watching my game.
What do you want to watch?
Anything else.
Okay.
Do you want to watch the Mike White versus the Carson Wentz show?
Maybe. That team actually played a good football game last week.
Both of them did. That's not the point.
That is kind of the point.
I mean, I probably will say.
I have very little interest, but
I might just leave it to I need to be. I keep staying up too late on Thursdays anyway. So.
Watch as much as you want.
None, Matt. I've already told.
I know you don't want to watch it. Stay up as late as you want.
I don't want to. Well, the last ones have been so good, though. No, I think part of it, man.
That's the thing. All the games on Thursday, except for y'all's game,
This is what
was really
Thursday night
good.
football is supposed to be. I need to say we're about to start anyway.
Yeah.
Let's save it for that.
Every game on Thursday, except for the Panther game, was good.
I didn't watch that Panther game either.
You did, and y'all won.
Yeah.
Y'all got off the schneid thanks to the Dirty Bird. You should.
Shaq Thompson back, and we get some.
Yeah, getting Shaq Thompson back was massive.
I told Zach, I was like, we might have slept on how big of a deal that was.
No, dude is.
Obvious. Okay.
Do it is. Let's get some dubs too.
Am I on the air? I'm actually on the air. But that was great. I'm going to stop it. I mean, it's been on the air. Yeah.